Hey guys, welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show. Today we are joined by the incredibly talented guest. With us today is Imah Dubai. Imah is an award-winning stand-up comedian, stage actor, content creator and comedy producer. As the co-founder of Comedy Kicks, she has headlined over 800 shows, and today we're going to get to know you a little bit better. Welcome to the show.
Hello. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to be here. How are you guys? You look like my madams, but okay. Good morning. Good morning, Lovin Dubai. Good morning to everyone watching us live today.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. You kicked it off with a joke. You look like my madam. This is very hilarious, very funny. But before,
I like a miss, but it's okay.
But before, I want to ask you about Fatima.
Yes.
AKA Imah. Did you change your name? Tell us about that journey.
That's my name, Fatima. But I don't use it on stage. My stage name is Imah. Yes. Because it's too long, Fatima, you know. And Imah is like, it's short for Fatima because I'm no longer fat, you know.
You look smashing.
Thank you.
When did you start your stage journey? I'm always interested to know, like, when did you first go on stage as a comedian?
I started out in like 6 years ago. It was just something that it wasn't it was not unexpected, you know. I just joined the class because I thought I wanted something to do entertaining outside my cubicle at work.
Yeah.
I told my boss I want to do something. I want to perform. My boss said, start performing your job, you know. I said, I'm so bored. So I tried out, I did a workshop, and then after that, I did my first open mic, and it just snowballed from there. And people like to consume my work, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm funny. So why not take this full time? So that's what happened. And the rest is history.
Your boss is like, that's not what I meant.
Yeah, exactly.
So when you did that, like, what was the first time? Like, I can only imagine how scary it must be as a performer, as an entertainer, to put your jokes out there. What was the first either video or joke that you realized, oh, I'm actually funny? Like, I'm entertaining people, they're liking my stuff.
Well, I started out as stand-up comedian. I wasn't uploading any videos at the time when I started out. So the good thing was I took the workshop, and it really helped me understand the basic mechanism of stand-up. So the nervousness was there, but not as much as if I didn't take the workshop. So I knew what was to expect. And when I first got my first laugh, I was like, oh my God, it felt so good. And yeah, as I said, it wasn't planned to be a stand-up comedian, but then people kept inviting me to perform here and there. So they basically liked my work, and I was like, okay, that means there's something good that I'm doing about this craft. So the nerves will never go. They're always there. But the first time, I think I wasn't as scared. In fact, I was really excited because I rehearsed the joke, I wrote the joke, you know, and yeah, I was prepared. So.
Amazing.
Well, of course, you know, I want to ask you, like, you know, I think that comedians have this, like, I would say, equation of coming up with like a joke.
Yes.
In my head, I believe that it's like a bit of like truth.
Yes.
Mixed with, like, you know, like a hint of like a joke. So why do you think that your jokes or you as a comedian got that much attention?
I think first of all, the fact that because it's very rare that you see a Filipina performing stand-up, especially in this region. So I think that's one thing, that's one of the unique thing about me, right? Second, most of my jokes are really is based on life experiences. Yeah. So comedy has to be truth, you know. It's comedy is truth. It has to be truthful. Okay, so it's 30% truth, 70% exaggeration, right? And then most of the time your jokes are relatable to the audience. So I think people, when they hear something that resonates to them, it's most likely will land.
Yes. Right. So you have your video part-time made, and I think the reason it landed is because it's the conversations maids want to have. It's the things that they want to say back to their employers, but they don't. So.
Yeah. Okay. So you've seen my online videos. So yeah. So maybe my comedy is basically you know, touching upon stereotypes on Filipinas. I play the stereotypes. I break the stereotypes. But yes, it's one of my main subjects is my fellow most Filipinos who work as domestic help, and I want to share the fact that it's not all about working hard and all. Do we know how to have fun? You know, like at the same time, I'm trying to send a message across that hey, these are people. You know, like they are also their own personas. You know, they're not just your maid. So I think to see inside, what can, to see the different side of us, that we're funny and we know how to take life not seriously, we can make jokes at anything. And I think you're right, to see, because between this power dynamic between the madam and the maid, and you see a very clever maid, I play a character named Joy. So I created Joy. So Joy is very unhinged. She's smart. She doesn't really want to be a maid, but no opportunities for her. So she became a maid. So, but she, I show the fact that these are real situations, there are people who didn't have enough opportunity. That's why they're working as domestic help. But there's just nothing wrong with that anyway. It's a
Yes.
It's a halal job. So.
So then, if that's the case, you're spreading that positive messaging. What's kind of like the main reaction that you get from your audience when they see your skits?
They love it. They love it. Majority, of course, there are like a few negative comments, but actually, no, I didn't see any negative comments about the particular skit that I'm doing. But most of the people, they really love the fact that they get to see her win,
Yeah.
Yes. After considering because not everybody is lucky to have a very good situation, especially in the Middle East, right? So when you see something who is thriving, who is like taking that empowered character, so you feel it's a feel good whole situation.
It's so true, because like life is so serious, and especially when you're in your own situation. But it's great to just to be like, look, things aren't always great, but it's just good to laugh, right?
Yes.
Well, moving on from of course, I would say I have a lot of respect to Filipinas and the domestic workers, because the jokes that you make, they actually do tell the truth.
Thank you.
That we live in right now. However, you did the demure mindful
This is one of my favorites.
about a cheating husband. Where do you get the
my
inspiration from? Tell us about the trend, and tell us about where do you get the inspiration from?
When you're a comedian, you like to your joke has to have the surprise element in it, right? So that's mostly why the joke works, because you take the people to this direction, but the punchline to the different direction, right? So people always complain that, okay, he's cheating. You know what? Why don't we create this idea of he's cheating on you, but he's actually married? So most of these jokes are original. You have to write your own joke, by the way. As a comedian, you can't just copy work, right? Then I saw this trend, demure, very respectful.
Mindful.
Very mindful. Okay, you know what? I like the fact that, okay, I was cheated on, but now there's a balance. You're the other woman, but at the same time, you didn't know. So, and then you didn't have to make a scene. So, very mindful, respectful.
Very demure.
Very demure.
So nice. And where does the inspiration for these stories come from? I could tell you my inspiration for Jen. I know what's going on in female communities, the Facebook groups. I love them. And I just wonder, where do you find your inspiration?
Oh my God, my friends and my colleagues, because and sometimes when you're just sitting at a coffee shop, you hear people talk, and I'm like, that's a story. That's golden. I can convert that into joke. So yes, since I started comedy, everything I see is now a source of material. So and sometimes if I'm watching movies, and I like to take, so let's say they want to show a character who's struggling about getting jobs. So now I want to write a story about, or a joke, the opposite of that, take the different angle of the situation. So that's what I do.
I'm nervous to go for a coffee with you and tell you what's going on in my life, because I'll see it on your stage. Do your friends, family, do they come to your gigs and just sit there cowering in fear?
No, my family, I don't have family here. Oh, I have a husband, sorry. He's my family, sorry, baby. No, he's a very supportive one. He's also a comedian. Okay. So my family, the good thing is they support my comedy. They love the fact that I do this, especially my friends. Again, as a Filipina, you don't often see us in this industry.
Right.
So to see someone there, it's kind of inspire them at the same time. I hope though that I'm doing a good job of not punching down on my people. But what I know is, I just want to bring people together, make you laugh, and I think I'm doing a good job with that.
You're not punching on your community. I see the comments on your stuff. You're making people laugh, and it's great.
Thank you so much.
Well, you are hilarious. I mean,
Oh my
you
God.
for sure. But you do have a question. Very mindful.
Very mindful. Very demure. I'm very hungry. You guys are so special. I took shower today. My gosh.
Thank you. But I have a question. You know, like we've interviewed several comedians, and we don't often see female comedians.
Yeah.
So do you think female comedians have it harder than male comedians?
Well, because this is the art form is originally like mostly dominated by men, you know. But the good thing overall, that's the situation. But the good thing in Dubai, like, there's no gender disparity, you know, like between men and female and male comic. We're all the same. We're all underpaid, yeah. So equally underpaid. So I think I'm so lucky that I started comedy in this place, you know. I mean, everybody is getting the same equal opportunity, but again, but if we're talking about numbers, then we are still dominated by men. Yes, but of course, obviously, as a woman, because people have this, you know, this biases, like when they, okay, women are not funny, you know. So you have to double your effort. If man, they can just go there on stage and talk about their romantic love and it's that's funny. For women are like, why are you talking like that? I mean, you're a woman. So yeah.
You know, it's so funny is that when we watch your videos, it's like hard to decipher the serious versus that's why we introduce it like outlandish versus real, and it's like, and it's the same here. I have to ask, we're a diverse audience, so you're not just speaking to Pinoys, you're speaking to what we've got over 100 nationalities in the city.
Yes.
Are we a tough crowd?
Actually, I don't know for others, but for personally, it's easier to perform for non-Filipinos. Because my people are very funny, so when you go there, like, make me funny. Make me laugh, sorry. But I think because I started out also within like the first 2 years before I really attracted the Filipino audience, I mostly performed for people like you who look like you'll not increase my salary. I mean, no, especially I love Arab audience because they can relate.
That's
like
true.
As soon as I open my, hi, I'm Filipino, I'm not taking any orders tonight. Like bam, like.
Yeah.
But if you're looking for a maid, I'm available on Saturdays. So everybody just And I think I really want to test my humor. I intentionally also did not really make noise and bring my Filipino friends, my Filipino family into this when I was starting out, because I want to test my humor. Because if I have my people, like my Filipinos are very supportive, I know that I'm going to get their support anyway. But I want to really try out to with international audience, because one of the goals is to really perform at international venues. So it's good that we have this very diverse audience here. So I know, and most of my friends who are comedians performed at the UK and in Australia, they were not scared because we see the same people. Like we're so exposed to international crowd. You know? So, thank you, Dubai.
Speaking of scared, tell me about the first time you did a stand-up comedy show. Like, were you scared of like the reaction? Were you scared of the jokes that you were going to say? Were you prepared enough of any?
As I said earlier, I was prepared when I did my first show. It's like a graduation, so I knew people were there to laugh. But the first open mic outside my friends, you know, like people who I didn't really know, like when I performed there, it wasn't, English is not my first language, okay? That was the thing that really made it difficult for me, because I have to write it in Tagalog, translate it in English, and then try to, you know? So that was my first problem. And then, you know what? I said, this is me. I should just embrace me, and I should just be vulnerable on stage, and then only to find out that's what people want. Your authenticity, your vulnerability. Then that's maybe the reason why it's working for me. Yeah. So don't make me cry.
We have to zoom through questions here, but before we get to our game, I want to ask, what was your experience co-founding Comedy Kicks? Can you tell everyone, for those of us who don't know, what is it and what are you guys
So
doing?
Comedy Kicks is one of the very popular comedy clubs in Dubai. Now, so we started out in 2019 because when I after my did my workshop, there wasn't enough open mic. Places for open mics. So as a comedian, the best way to improve yourself is to be on stage, you know, as many times as you can, right? So Comedy Kicks, we opened it. We started out to address that gap. So we started out weekly comedy open mic every Friday in 2019, and from then we have like over 400 shows already. And we are focused on open mics more than curated shows. So curated shows, these are the nights where really comedians doing solid material, tested joke. So the pressure is there to be really funny because people expectation is high. But for open mics, you're more relaxed. You can bring notes to the stage, you know, like that. So that's what we do, and we organize shows across at various venues across Dubai. So we have Wednesday shows, Thursday shows, Friday shows. So like that, and also we have a workshop. I teach them, so you get to have a selfie with me.
Amazing. So Comedy Kicks, if you guys love
thanks.
live comedy, go check it out. Before you leave us, we want to play a game with you.
Oh my gosh, be easy on me. I didn't do good in school. I like this.
It's called Hot or Not, the relationship version. If it's hot, you tell us why. If it's not, you hit the buzzer.
I not like this? Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so first one. Double texting. You know, like if your boyfriend or your husband is not answering and you go double text again. Hot or not?
Can I say double call? It's a yes for me. Hot or not?
Yes.
Oh no. It's not hot. It's
Why?
double texting.
Yeah, like if he's not answering, be like, hey, I don't do that. But
Yeah, if it's emergency, but if it's not emergency, if it can wait, Mama, it's okay. Relax, chill. You know.
We're not going to be needy.
Yes, and we have to show them that we have life. We have also a life that you know.
you get me. You get me.
Yeah, okay. Sharing passwords, hot or not?
Not.
No?
Yes.
Married? No sharing passwords?
I'm married. We don't, except for like bank account details, something for emergency we share. But if not, I don't ask for my husband's password. I create them. Okay. But it's not hot unless he offered it to you. Then good, well and good. Okay. But if not, come on. I really value privacy. You know.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. That's nice. I like that. 12. PDA, public display of affection.
No, because I think intimate moment is supposed to be for you and your partner only. You know, because if you want to show that, then create an account online for adult people. Oh my God, I'm gonna get cancelled. Please don't cancel me.
This has just become the nighttime show. Couples matching outfits.
Hot. I like that one. Yeah.
Well, spontaneous getaway. That is not planned. It's very spontaneous.
This is hotter. Yes, I like that.
Okay,
yes,
you like
yes.
that.
Take notes.
Yeah, like you don't know what's gonna happen. It's the unknown, and you both get to share the feeling of what's gonna happen today.
Yes, any
so sad.
I like it. Any supportive partners watching spontaneous getaways, Ari?
Yeah.
Hot. Okay, pet names like baby or honey.
Yes, I like that. It's hot. Yeah.
Well,
because his name is very ugly. So.
Poor man.
Oh my God, am I allowed to laugh here? Okay. Sorry.
You're actually hilarious. Okay, well, what about celebrating monthly anniversaries? Like every month you have.
No, I have no budget for that. And the essence of it being special is, you know, it slowly fades away if you keep doing that every month. Yeah, that's true. You want to have a milestone of like 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, like that.
So. 2 years?
No, 2 years. 2 years, nothing special. You're just starting out.
Long distance relationships.
I don't know. That's cold. It's not hot. You feel cold, you know. Without your partner in life.
You've broken hearts watching now.
Oh my gosh.
With their long distance babes.
No, do you? Please do not listen to me. I'm a comedian.
Well, okay. Couples who post every detail of their life on social media.
No.
This is super not. Like, ya Allah, you know, and if you break up, please update also. Like, you're so invested to this relationship. Suddenly you just...
Well, you can know once they stop posting.
No, and then, you know the worst part when you see the woman put another picture of her new boyfriend, like, we didn't move on yet. Like, we still didn't, like, why? Why are we doing this? I hate that.
Oh, it's so true. We become so invested.
What was that? Okay. Last question.
That was the last question.
That was the last question. Oh my God. Are you guys married or no? So sad.
Married TBC on the way. What about you, Farah?
No, I'm not married.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. That's
no,
so, I'm 12 years married now to my husband. Huh?
Oh.
So let's like learn from me.
Oh, for sure. Yes, for sure. We need lessons, maybe.
Before you leave us tips for
Yes.
nightlife.
So what I'm saying is, again, privacy is very important thing for me. So I think that's one of the reasons why we're still together. Second is my life insurance, and and lastly, by the way, for the very first time, I checked my husband's phone. Right, for the very first time, I checked my husband's phone because it keeps like ding 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 the notification, and I check, and then the phone opened up. There's no password. I was like, oh, chill, nice. And then I checked the phone. I saw him texting 2 girls, and it hurt me so much because my husband was getting rejected. You know, so. Like, why are you getting rejected? I trained you well. No, but seriously, I think. But I really think you guys are. I think you're doing a very good job with what you do, and I'm really proud of you. I mean, seeing women here, like we're sexist. We don't have men here, but okay. I'm joking. But yeah, I know. But thank you so much, you guys. Yeah, just do whatever you want, and don't be scared to, you know. What do you call this one? To stay true to your voice and to your express yourself. And if the table is full, push people and make a space for you. That's what you have to do. Thank you, everybody. My God,
Imah, thank you so much for coming and for dressing the brand.
I know. Oh my gosh, yeah, I do my homework, yeah, and then I'm gonna get. I like that.
All the merch, it's all yours. It's all yours, guys. That brings us to the end of the show this Friday. Thank you so much for being with us,
Lovin Dubai! Thank you!
Thank you, Farah, for joining us.
Thank you.
Have a fabulous day. We'll be back with you on Monday morning, same time, same place. Bye-bye.